Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have a special guest. I have Grammy in the kitchen today, and what are we going to be making, Grammy?
Fruit cake.
And some of her light fruit cake. So we're going to show you guys step by step what she does. Let's get into the recipe.
I'm adding the sugar in the mixer. 2 pounds of sugar.
Yeah, so you're making 2 pounds of fruit cake, right? So basically it's 2 pounds of every single ingredient.
Okay. We're going to add the butter.
So for 2 pounds of sugar, Grammy's going to be adding in 2 pounds of unsalted butter that is softened. Alright, so now Grammy's going to put the mixer down and she's going to cream it until it's light and fluffy and the sugar dissolves a little bit. So while the butter and the sugar are creaming together, Grammy's going to be going into some mixed essence. Is it mixed essence or vanilla essence? Yeah, mixed essence. If you want to use vanilla, you can, and if you want to use almond extract or essence, you also can. And every once in a while, if you're making a big batch, how Grammy's making today, you want to go in there with a spatula and just push everything down so everything mixes evenly and well.
Once you start making it,
Yeah.
I'm going to start breaking the eggs. We're using 24 eggs for 2 pounds of cake.
How many eggs? 24 eggs right now. Until it's nice and creamy.
So you have to beat the eggs separate and the butter and the sugar separately, so this way everything can like mix together in the end. Too late, I got to already.
You want to hold the batter and mix through?
Yeah. So how much fruits are you putting for this dark fruit cake?
2 pounds.
That she's measuring.
She's measuring. But basically if you're making 2 pounds of cake, you're using 2 pounds of every ingredient.
Yeah.
And I'll leave all of the ingredients and the measurements in the description box below the video. So you guys check that out when you're going to put this recipe together.
All of this fruits going in?
No.
2/3 of it. So Grammy soaked 3 pounds each of fruits. So she's going to use 2 pounds for this dark fruit cake, and we're going to save 1 pound for the light fruit cake that she makes after this. And how long do you have these fruits soaking for?
Yeah, about 3 months.
3 months? But you could leave it up to a year or even longer if you wanted
you
to.
can have.
The longer the better.
The longer, the more rich the cake is.
Where the flour? Well, where the flour? That course, I know where it is.
Alright, so they're going to weigh out 2 pounds of flour for this fruit cake. So it's easier when you're making the fruit cake to prep all of your ingredients and measure them out. So this way while you're making it, all you have to do is add everything in.
Whoops. Smells so good.
What are you doing?
You're allowed to lick the eating the batter. That's the purpose of making cake.
I'm including that in the video.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because how you get people lick up
And everybody got a white bucket.
Like a paint
That
bucket?
white bucket.
Oh.
And then everybody put a cake in.
Oh, the storage?
getting the store lucky now. Like how she has a big pot.
Yeah.
One pot. And Marvin got him in hand. Come back.
Open it in your mouth.
Then cut the cake. Then cut and then broke the cake and then eat it. So when Ma go in the bucket, the cake broke up. So Ma asked them, I take cake? They said no. Someone said, well, like somebody come in a house where you been? They said I've been downstairs. I said, anybody come? They said no. I said, well, like somebody come and broke up them cake. Yes. Well, anyway, I can't eat them. I'm going to throw away. Quick tenant said no. Quick tenant said no. I just broke up.
So this is for the light fruit cake. We're also going to do 2 pounds of butter, 2 pounds of sugar, and we're just going to start creaming those so we can get the process going for that cake. Alright, so the butter and sugar are nice and fluffy now, and the sugar is dissolved with the butter, so Grammy's going to add it into the mixed fruits. And then she's going to give it a mix so everything's well combined. And at this point she's going to add in all of the eggs. And this is the 24 eggs that we had beaten up before. So the only thing we're looking for here is so you make sure all the fruits are well mixed, right?
How much cinnamon are you looking for? I would have to get some.
And this is the only type of spice that you add inside, just a little bit of cinnamon, right? This is the only spice you add in?
Yes.
Yeah. If you guys want, you can add in the cloves, the nutmeg, and all of that stuff, but Grammy just prefers to put cinnamon in.
I'm adding the flour now, 2 pounds of flour.
I'm gonna mix it.
No, I don't want to be on the camera.
You're not on the camera.
I get one step too now.
I know. Some people going with their hand.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So at this point, if you wanted to, you could keep mixing it with a spoon, or you can go in with your actual hands. Just make sure you wash your hands well, and then you can mix it. And at this point, Grammy's going to go in with a little bit of baking powder to give it a little fluffiness. Alright, so now Grammy's going to go in with some chopped maraschino cherries or candied cherries. And this is optional, right? Because you already have some soaking with the fruit. This is just if you like to have extra fruits floating in the batter.
It's the best part.
Okay, we already heat the oven at 350.
And these are all of the cakes that Grammy got.
So we'll start put them in the oven now.
And how long do they bake about? Like, it depends on how thick you make it.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
About. So you're gonna have to check it with a toothpick and see when it's done. And now we're gonna start mixing the light fruit cake to make. Alright, so for the light fruit cake, she's gonna start to measure out the flour, and again we're making 2 pounds, so you need 2 pounds of flour. And this is basically just sponge cake with a little bit of fruits inside.
Fruit inside.
Alright, so we have the fruits here. We have the butter and the sugar that are being mixed, and the eggs are already mixed, so we're just gonna add everything into this pot and give it a mix. Or because you don't like to taste it.
I never taste them. Food when I cook it.
Okay, you don't have to, you have to tell us how much of a pro.
I don't taste my curry and stuff.
Too, I
Stay on
don't.
for 6 months.
Just to let you know.
still with the first couple of weeks, so we get that time to travel.
So we're just adding a little bit of baking powder like the other one to give some fluffiness.
You know, you bake it and the cake now smell. Guyanese baking a whole place.
The butter and stuff.
Everything's different.
Yeah. And the eggs are fresh.
The weather he makes because cold.
Yeah, but the ingredients there are more fresh, is right?
When you bring the cake in, when the mother don't bake and bring the cake in the house, a whole house will smell of cake. You know it's a Christmas.
Think about it, your egg and everything's been sitting in a store for how long?
Yeah, you save your egg for the last month for bake for Christmas.
Oh my gosh, this is
So once all of these cakes come out of the oven, as soon as they come out, you're going to want to pour some type of rum or wine or any type of alcohol that you want and let it soak in while it's hot. And these are all of the other cakes that we started pulling out already. They baked for about 30 to 45 minutes. Depending on the size of the pan, it might take longer or less time.
Okay, all the fruit cake is finished. So it's time to taste now.
And we soaked all of these with sherry on the top, right?
Yeah.
And you can soak it with whatever dark rum or liquor or wine that you wish to on the tops. Alright everyone, so the light fruit cake and the regular fruit cake that we baked are all done. So I have Auntie Kenita, my mom, Auntie Chitra, and of course the baker herself, Grammy, trying these fruit cakes for you all. So you guys tell them how it is.
Good as always.
It's good?
Good as always.
moist and delicious, yes. Definitely you have to try this.
All we need is some ginger beer right now.
Nice and moist.
Come close and show them in the camera.
Taste that?
Look how rich and moist this fruit cake is on the inside.
Rich and moist.
Let Grammy try that one. She wants to try. Alright everyone, so as usual, the recipe and the proper ingredients will be in the description box down below this video. So make sure you check that out when you go to try this recipe out. And if you enjoy this video today, please don't forget to give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Make sure you click the bell notification icon so you'll never miss out on any of my newest videos. And of course, drop your comments down below. Bye everyone.